Good morning and welcome to The Point. It is Friday, August 13th, 2021. Thank you to those of you joining us on the GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11 and 20. Good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9 and all the folks joining us on Party Grenada and Go to Fet Facebook pages. It's Open Line Friday here on To The Point, where we give you viewers and listeners an opportunity to call us or message us with anything that you'd like to share. If there are questions you want to ask or concerns that you'd like to express, this is the opportunity to do so. The landline number, it's 435-2041. That's also the WhatsApp number. Please, only written messages on WhatsApp. No voice or video calls, no YouTube links, no pictures or videos, no voice notes, only written messages, please, on WhatsApp. And you can also weigh in on the Open Line Friday on the GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page and the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. Let's go to our first caller of the program. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, my black. How are you today?
Good morning, I'm good. How you do?
I just started turned down some black last night somewhere after midnight last night. Only I know it was your problem. A big black and some turned down. They work out. They say some bad weather coming in by the weekend.
Yes.
No, we're going international water. Now you have fire in Italy, in California. You have fire day. You have fire about. Man have some knowledge in the area. Some science and things they deal with. They go up in space and not going there. They have to take out to the police. But what man can stop from spreading and burning all the blue house every year? Man can find a solution to stop from spreading in this modern time. For all the years, one way was in fire, water, and you have been still spreading. As the chum tell them in the past, if you have high woods and things and you have all these branches and leaves and the ground and the dry and fire pass, you blaze it up. So keep before I explain. No, we're back in the world problem now. Wars, weapons. Now, Russia, mighty military power. America, Japan, Israel, Iran, China. Why don't you get all the weapons they have and let's take care of the earth instead? Take care of mankind. Instead of this mighty defense dealing with military is the world power and guns and destroy people and kill people and feel like that's the best way of life. So man come to live for 310 and be always good caring. But man create wars and weapons and things to make money. It ain't profitable, you know. Because there's no winner in war. It's life at loss. Get up all the weapons and all. And let Russia, America come together. China, everybody come together. Japan come together. And let's have a nice, peaceful world now. All the people who have all the money, $1 billion in the bank and thing, and $1 billion investment. Big home for people who are homeless in the world now. People in the world homeless in China. Homeless in America, in mighty America, in Japan, and listen, the world didn't go on there. You have people living close to Japan under a bridge, homeless people in Japan, who work and build Japan, they didn't want to buy. And they have all the military and nuclear weapons and things. All that for? This way they won't say or not? Let's keep up all the embargo on the world, the sanction in one country, and let the world come free up and everybody leave and just die when the time come now. Don't call Afghanistan right now. Afghanistan go by no one in August month. By September, October, the Taliban control Afghanistan, you know. Because how much we already, and you had a lot of blood going on in this nation day, that they go take place. So sad the man of the world, and COVID-19, you can't take out COVID-19, you can't take out being coming on, but they're creating war, weapons, man shooting, killing. Get your guns in the wall, man. Get your weapons. Destructive time, you know.
Okay.
Bless day. Nice
Thanks.
weekend.
Have a good one. You too. Enjoy. In relation to the fire, they've come a long way in fighting fires. However, when Mother Nature decides she wants to rage, there's very little, if anything at all, that you can do. The fires are fueled by wind, Mother Nature, dry trees, and what's what I'm looking for? Vegetation, Mother Nature. And that is helping fuel the fire raging in some parts of the world. There are others that they have brought under control, but Mother Nature really decides a doing thing, as the local saying goes. All right, let me go to the WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp is inquiring, I wonder if the Jab will be out in numbers once again this weekend, or did they stop on what was Carnival Tuesday? Interesting question. Landline, no landline. All right, let me go back to the WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I want to zero in on Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Yesterday, Mr. Andrew highlighted on the importance of local government on the Sister Isles, and I think it is very important to have it on the ballot next election because late Minister Nimrod spent all his life in Parliament in high places, and not for once he made the move for local government. Now we have Mrs. Mathurin Stewart, who does not know her left to right hand, another square peg in round hole. While we have people in Grenada who know nothing, never spent a full day in Carriacou and Petit Martinique making decisions for kayaks. Local government will be the best thing for Carriacou and Petit Martinique, where we will be able to make our own decisions and build as one instead of numpies making our decisions. Let Carriacou and Petit Martinique make their own decisions, not Grenada. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. All right, lost that one. Let me go back to the social media in the meantime. YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says the Prime Minister has always disrespected members of the public. Why is everybody up in arms about the two activists? I'm trying not to, call too many names. Why are so many people up in arms about the two activists and their portrayal for Old Mass? Let them do what they want to do. When the Prime Minister is disrespectful, nobody bats an eye. But two young people expressing themselves and everybody has lots to say, stoops. No calls. Back to WhatsApp. As long as there are no calls, I'll be going to the social media. Back to WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, there is an old saying, when you walk to show your true colors, get drunk. That's what happened Tuesday in Sateres by two people who claim they are advocating for Grenada and the youths. This is shameful. Youths, please turn away from these two. People, let that man go get a job. Stop funding him and his group. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom, and how are you doing this
I'm
morning?
good. How you do?
I'm great. I chose to call today because what's the date today? The 13th, right?
Yes.
And today is the last day for a certain company's promotion in Grenada. And since that promotion started in May, was problems when you're putting in the codes on the website. I'm not going to call their name. They know who they are. Problems when you're putting in the codes on the website. What they say in the terms and conditions, they're not doing it because they say once you have a correct code or you win something, you will be contacted. I'm not supposed to be calling a promotion desk all the time to know how to contact, how to redeem my prize. You have the instructions on the website. The website says we will be contacted. Then they had a number 423 something, right? If you don't want to use the website, you use the number. You're sending the codes to that number, and not for anything they will text you back and tell you you win or you lose. Come on, I think they need to do better than that. I've spoken to one of them already, but nothing to no avail. They need to do better than that. And today is the last day for the promotion. As I said, I need persons to understand something. When something is not working, right, either you scrap it and you move again, but you just keep it going and telling us, keep entering your code on advertisement, running on radio stations, on TV stations, left, right, and center, and then the people suffering. I mean, it might seem like nothing to some people, but what I'm taking away from that is that they don't care, because even when you message them, even when you call them, sometimes you don't get in a call back, and I think some companies in Grenada, they need to do better when customers have complaints like that. That's my gripe this morning.
So, gripe, long time I haven't heard that. So I just want to verify. So is it that you're not winning, or you won and you weren't contacted?
I won about 5 stuff, right? And I weren't contacted.
Okay, so you got the notification that you won the prize.
Yeah, and it's like they didn't even tell us. Okay, they tell us if you have to redeem the prize, go with the message. But what message? Because from the time that website is a thing, and from the time they tell you win and you enter our next code, you cannot go back to see when you win. So it's like you fish out of water, because sometimes you have 10 covers entering, right? And then you just keep going covers after covers, but it's not like you could press back and go to the previous page and take that screenshot.
Right.
Because in the later rounds, I hear they talking about screenshot, but it didn't say screenshot, it said message. So I was thinking that when you win, they would send you a message to your phone, because it did say in the terms and conditions you would be contacted by the medium you use.
Right.
Because when you sign up, I think you have to put in your email or something like that, or at least they have your telephone number. Nothing like that. I decided one day, Blossom, to sit down and read each and every one of the terms and conditions to see if I'm missing something. And I did see they say once you put in the code, and if you win something, you would be contacted by the medium you used.
Okay.
A lot of people gave up. They've just been bringing the covers to me because they realized, like, maybe I have nothing better to do. So right now, I have 200 and something covers there.
So right now, y'all buying the products and not reaping the rewards?
And not
maybe that was the plan?
And then you have certain places, again, that you have to go on. It's like, when I heard one person complaining, it's like, they tell them they have to go a certain place to go and reap the reward. I mean, come on, you let's say $4 for the product, you buy it, you win a free product, and then you still have to go and pay $5 for a ball, because $2.50 go up, $2.50 come down to go and redeem something that costs $4. That ain't making sense.
Okay.
They should say when the delivery truck passes, they could have make it easy.
Well, maybe they want to surprise you and give you all your prizes at the same time. Let's see what happens. So let's hope for the best. And then hold on, before you go, there was one. It's $250 was the weekly price. Up to now, I don't know whoever win that $250 weekly price from me. They not saying nothing. Well, hopefully.
And today's the last day for it. So
okay.
I hope they give me something for enough effort.
Hopefully. Thank you very much, caller.
Yes.
Thank you, caller. Hopefully you can reap your financial rewards soon time. Yeah. All right, let me go back to the social media. All right, let me go to Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says the phone companies in Grenada doing the same service, but the rate's not the same. It's unfair to the users because it have different gas stations, but prices are the same. The same service, but maybe it's not the same the same source? I don't know how it works. This is another telecommunication related comment on the WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says the vine on the wire of Flow and Digicel on H.A. Street next to Otway's funeral home needs to be cut. Would somebody attend to it, please? That would be Grenlec's responsibility. I think wires and so are Grenlec. So maybe, caller, you can contact Grenlec, the hotline number 237, and let them know where the hazard is and give them further information, because they may not be tuned in at the moment. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Blossom, and morning to your wonderful listeners and viewers. Yeah. And welcome back. I see the return of the showroom, which is my favorite show on CBS.
Thank you.
So that was good. I have a few issues. Please bear with me. I wouldn't stay long. First one, the idea of people winning stuff, especially I think GBN had to start considering the reputation. Because up to now, Blossom, I win that prize. I didn't really, I know they didn't ask me to beg me to participate, but at least when something, not for something like that is happening.
And you haven't received the prize yet?
I haven't received, and nobody have called me. To be honest. Not that I'm dying to get, but people...
The principle is the principle, I agree.
Yeah. All right, so we established that. Protocol established. In any case, I want to deal with three basic issues this morning. One is people seem to be surprised at the level of profanity. Now, I'm not a fundamentalist. I'm not trying to get to heaven. But if we say we are a Christian society, if we say we are a decent society, the level of profanity that I hear on a daily basis from all ages of people. I mean, it's almost, probably I don't need food. I could eat that kind of food. So when on the carnival activities, those things come to the fore, people shouldn't be surprised because it's something on a daily basis. And we have to ask ourselves, and I've asked those questions before, what kind of society are we creating? Are we creating a decadent, precipice of society, or are we creating one that's going up the hill? Remember, Ajamo said also we are creating a drunken society. I mean, we have to be honest. The problem is that we are not honest. We pretend so much. I'm not saying that we have to be perfect, and there's no need to be perfect, but we have to be aimed to be honest and ethical. So that's the first thing, so you wouldn't be surprised. And the children are going to be suffering because they're getting double messages, double standard. The next one is, I'm concerned, Blossom, of the level of preparation for any major disaster we have, particularly related to hurricanes. If we are honest again, we recognize and acknowledge that because of the administration attitude overall, the NADMA is not in a readiness state. So much that one of the officials had to lie last year and they could take me to court and saying, well, we only have 4 centers, confusing people, and therefore the more vulnerable people. And they listed 4. People were confused because when we had disaster, they supposed to have the shelter open. Anyway, so I'm saying because you see, to have things running properly, you need the personnel, whether it's voluntary or paid, and I'm sure maybe there are some paid people, but the level of volunteerism that needed is not there because, again, if you're not supportive of the regime, if you're not kowtowing to the regime, even though you have the ability and the capacity and the interest and the willingness, you can't be there. So we need to take stock of that because, see, we just saw what happened during this carnival-like activity in the lawlessness and waywardness. I dread to think what could happen if you have a disaster with the looting, with the confusion, with the whatever, all the things that come with a disaster. And that's why I'm asking and I'm appealing to our people. Let us be honest. Let us face the truth. So that all that money they're spending on the bushing, to destroy the environment, as I said them before, they could take the money and give the supporters. Because many supporters that will get us money, give them, say, look, some free money.
Okay.
But don't give them the money to go and destroy the environment. That would happen, or it's happening now. The final thing here is how we approach the vaccine here, how we are approaching the vaccine situation. And I want to ask a question. Did the government or the officials knew we had the Delta here before Carnival? And did they, with all they have said before, knew, so that now that people go and do the revelings, they have people in country frightened that they're going to die? And are we not concerned that people dropping down in town, bearing in mind the nature of the Delta, that it's not the same as the Corona, the original thing?
Okay.
Are we not concerned?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. On that note, let's take a break and then we're going to come back inside with more. It's Open Line Friday here on To The Point. We'll be right back.
EC Polymer Notes, our new money.
Here's how you can detect genuine EC polymer notes. Feel. Polymer notes feel smoother than the material from which paper notes are made. Also, the front of each note has raised bumps at the top left-hand corner. These bumps form shapes that are familiar to you. Look for the clear window at the front and back of each note. This window allows you to see through the notes. If you hold the notes up to the light, you'll see the value of the note in an area of plain colored print. Tilt. A holographic foil is on the $100, $50, and $20. The images move and their colors change when you tilt the notes. Remember, detecting genuine EC polymer notes is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Feel, look, and tilt.
EC Polymer Notes. Cleaner, safer, stronger.
tune in to Grenada Music to the World program, hosted by Eugene Gittens on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, GBN TV, and all their social media platforms. The only totally local music program in Grenada, representing all genres of music. So it's Green's Music to the World on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN with the music icon himself, Mr. Eugene Gittens. See you then.
Looking for that injection of vibes and energy, of course? Well, I've got just that. Hi, my name is Gary, Mr. Smooth, and I'm inviting you to join me on the Hot Morning Show on Hot 98.5, 98.7 FM. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 in the morning. I've got a healthy dose of your favorite and most infectious hits sampled with information, news, laughter, and all the other ingredients that go into making the hottest morning show on the radio, The Morning Heat. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit us up on WhatsApp, 435-7517. We've got topics, we've got discussions, calls, voice notes, and so much more. But I can't tell you everything. You gotta tune in. The Hot Morning Show on Hot FM 98.5, 98.7 with yours truly, Gary, Mr. Smooth. Kaboom!
Welcome back to The Point. It's Open Line Friday here on the program, giving you viewers and listeners an opportunity to share anything that you'd like to. Once again, the landline number 435-2041. That's also the WhatsApp number. Only written messages on WhatsApp, and you can weigh in on Facebook and YouTube as well. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Ms. Blossom.
Morning, Mr. Bidol.
Yes. What I call a good on fine point. Because I'm not hearing nothing, so I cannot really, comment on nothing at all.
Right.
But, let us go with the job, but I'm not talking about job. Let me leave the job for next time when I go hear things. With this vaccine business, right? The vaccine doesn't really doing anything wrong, right? It's not dangerous, right? It's just a matter of a protection. So taking the vaccine is not anything dangerous. You can quicker get run over by a motor car and get killed than taking the vaccine. So then that I will see it. And then I'll have to finish it next Friday on our open line, because what really happened now, I'm not hearing anything at the moment. But before I leave you, you could tell me who will win, old school or new school?
I won, old school. Old school one.
Oh, you is the old school?
Yes.
All right, okay, well, then you get a whitewash for the week.
Yes, he did.
All right. So,
thank you.
So that leaves you know.
Have a good one, Mr. Middle.
Yeah.
Enjoy your weekend.
Okay, yeah, cool, yeah.
Which reminds me, for our, if you are tuning in at the moment, for our listeners and viewers in the upper part of the island, it's the Tears, the Sister Isles. Grenlick is currently doing some maintenance work on their lines in the area, which is hindering and hampering your radio and television transmission. I'm not sure how long the maintenance work would go on, but you can always log on to the website www.gbn.gd to view our programs, including the newsletter, if it's not back up and running yet. So if you know anyone living in that area and they're wondering why they're not hearing Classic, let them know they can always join on the website. If they have internet connection, they can always tune into Facebook and YouTube as well if they still have internet connection. All right, let me go to Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, I have a bone to suck with the NDC for joining with Mr. Clement and his team. NDC has to remember that 23,000 voters or 23,000 people voted for them, and decision like that, I think they should consult their supporters to get their feedback. But bringing Mr. Clement into the party upset lots of their supporters, and I don't know if they not confident in themselves to having another party joining with them. What NDC needs is young blood to lead and get rid of those who have been going to the polls every election and cannot win a simple seat. Not Clement or TGM nonsense. I think NDC made a bad move, and I condemn it to the fullest and will campaign against that stupidity, nonsensical move that was made. They say come together and, fight a group against one. So maybe that's what they were thinking. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you do?
Good enough. And you?
Not too bad.
Protocol well established.
Yes. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Anyhow, now, as for me, a lot of things are wrong in my view. Now, people who are ruling, but they want to rule with high-handedness. You cannot rule with high-handedness because people will disobey you. You have to get people involved, even if you have some ideas, and put it to them, and you all discuss. This is what a lot of us don't realize, and that is why we get people going against what we see. Even the carnival. If we wanted to, we could have kept meeting. Why should I say we? Leave me out. When the people should get in different areas and communicate or discuss with the people what they want and give them the ideas why carnival should not be held at this time. Then you'll get more people to agree with you and to support what you are saying. Now, another thing I find so strange in Grenada, as they say, the debushing. But as somebody said, debushing on the roads are ruining some of the roads. That's why we have so many slides. Erosion are taking place all about now because people are climbing on the banks and eroding and cutting the grasses, which should have allowed the rainfall to trickle. That means going down slowly into the soil. But then you have a lot of surface runoff if you clean the land, and this would help to cause slides. People have to get and do the right thing, not instruct people, but to get them to understand what they are saying. So meetings should be carried all over the country in different aspects of what you want people to do. Let me take even the vaccination. Imagine a few months back, we got some vaccination, and they were not able to use them. Yet for all, we accept, I think, 40,000 quantity a few months or a few weeks back. Now again, you expect to get, I think it's 12 or 15,000 from Britain. And yet you are saying that if people are big already, again, they don't take it, they're not accepting it. So what you're doing, you're building up another amount and then you get free again. Maybe you're selling them, on the sly, and nobody knows. Because why should you take them when they allow them to spoil? This is what we have to do. We have to, estimate what quantity we are likely to use before we go taking. Freeness is a dangerous thing. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, caller. Let me go to the WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I want to join with, that would be a previous caller, in saying that I have been suspended for abuse of the platform when I made contact with them. I was told that they don't know anything about that. The company needs to be honest and legitimate with Grenadians. Okay, so that's in relation to the caller about the promotion and not receiving his prizes. Another WhatsApper says, we are not concerned about ourselves, our loved ones, and the country. We keep saying there is no COVID here, government brought it in. Yes, it came in, but like most countries, it came in and will come in, lockdown or not. We don't care, so we play 10,000 jab we think. Stop blaming the government for our carelessness and our lawlessness. Delta, Alpha, all will circulate all over the world, but Grenadians are virus protected, so we see. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Blossom.
Good morning.
And to all your followers. I'm very concerned. I don't know if you heard a developing story about people who were admitted to the country during the week untested. It was on the news on another network last night and this morning. And I know of a particular case. I know of a case close to me that confirm that this is true. This is true. And the person is coming from a place where they're a lot of Delta. Apparently they ran out of swabs. Have you heard that story?
Yes, I've heard about it.
It's everywhere. So has your network researched it, investigated it?
I am not sure. I haven't spent much time in the newsroom this week, so I can't say.
But that's a very serious matter.
Yeah.
Very serious developing story. And I have been advised by one of those persons this morning that they were given the all clear to leave quarantine. Still untested. Still untested.
Say untested in Grenada. They were tested. Remember, they came with a negative.
Yes.
Right.
But anything can happen with you.
No, I'm just saying, when you say untested, it means they didn't take the testing where they came from.
In Grenada. And this to me is very worrying. It's things, not little things. It's things like these can just give us a community spread and what solution the other people are having. Now, there is a hotline at the Ministry of Health. They tell you, save the number, put it in your contact and WhatsApp them. I sent a message to that number a while ago. You know the last time the hotline was checked? 7:54 p.m. last night. Over 12 hours. A hotline, For COVID. Over 12 hours. No one has even checked that line. Are we really serious in this country? And at the end of the day, somebody will get blamed. I guess they'll blame the jab. And everybody else, when this thing takes off on us. But there are people in the country who were let in that for some reason unknown to many of us, they didn't have swabs at the airport at the time. People who were let in. The next thing that should be done, check the people, follow them the next day, test them wherever they are. But 2 days have passed, and now they're being discharged from quarantine, still untested. Please, if you have any influence, ask your network to investigate this story and get to the bottom of it. Because I think we are setting ourselves up for a catastrophe. I'm not sure if they resume testing afterwards, if they got the swabs afterwards, or if it's still a continuing situation. But this is very, very worrying and scary. Have a good day, Blossom.
Thank you very much. You enjoy your day as well. You said that, and that reminded me. I was on the GIS Facebook page this morning, and I saw a story. I didn't listen to the story, but I saw the headline, and the headline said, hold on, I'm looking for it to make sure I don't misquote. The headline said, Grenada has more than enough COVID-19 test kits. And that story was posted 13 hours ago. Again, I did not listen to it to hear exactly what they're saying, but I would do so when the program ends. And I will pass on your suggestion for the newsroom to follow up on this story. But according to GIS, Grenada has more than enough COVID-19 test kits. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I'll do my own research and follow up for myself and hear what is what, as this local saying goes. All right, let me go back to WhatsApp. This computer is moving slowly. Somebody on WhatsApp says, why the government keeps saying that the COVID is coming from the US? What happened to the Chinese who are going in and out and the virus originally came from China? Again, because if virus originated from China does not mean they're the ones traveling with it. From the folks coming in, the people who are coming in and registering positive COVID-19 tests, some of them are from the United States, while nationalities and so have not been identified. There have been no reports of Chinese nationals coming into the island with positive COVID-19 case. So that would account for why they keep saying from the US. Yes, Chinese nationals are coming and going, but that don't mean they're coming with a virus. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. All right, no caller. Go to WhatsApp and no, let me go back by the landline. Good morning, caller. Lost that one as well. WhatsApper says the behavior of the two activists in Sitiers on Tuesday was highly immoral, vulgar, and disgraceful. Is this the example they're setting for we as young people who they are always talking about? This male and female are wolves in sheep's clothing. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, well, any party who wants to win against the NNP party, they all have to come together one way or the other, or else they would not win. That has been the conversation over the past few weeks, that all these parties need to come together to defeat the ruling administration. And now that they've come together, one Facebooker, is it that you... Okay, let me ask then, Facebooker, is it that you're displeased with who the NDC has joined with, or is it that you're displeased that they've joined with somebody else? Because there could be a difference. You could probably want them to join with the GLP or somebody, and that would be fine with you. So is it the person, or is it that the NDC joining with somebody, period? I just want to understand, Facebooker. All right, let me see. Let me go back to WhatsApp while I wait on the Facebooker to respond. All right, somebody on WhatsApp says the people who see... Stop, sorry, there are more messages. Somebody says, simple, ask yourself one question. Would you ask or take advice from any of the two public figures that played their so-called old mass? If a child stands on the street corner and says, and use the phrase that the female protester used, we would be grossly disgusted with that behavior. Remember, these are two public figures who generally speak against the present government and on behalf of other political parties. The people who see no wrong with the old mass played by the two public figures, which was gross by all means, I ask a question. If it was Minister Pear or Minister Kate Lewis or Senator Cox or Minister Delma that did that, would you still feel the same? All right, landline, no landline, back to WhatsApp. Somebody else on WhatsApp, are the Chinese tested and checked? I'm sure they are not. Money talks. Listen, according to all information and rules and regulations, anyone coming into the island is checked for COVID-19. Well, considering the what Mr. Bernard highlighted this morning, it doesn't matter nationality. If they are not being checked, there is no official word that they are not being tested. We cannot just always assume that money talks, but that does not always mean that's the case. Why we... Quando? Landline, no landline. All right, back. Let me go back to YouTube, not YouTube, Facebook. Okay, so in relation to my question, if the person was displeased with the NDC joining with the opposition leader or the NDC joining themselves, the person said, I don't think they should join with anybody. So it's not necessarily who they joined with, it's just that they joined with somebody. That's the problem. All right, understood. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. I want to make a point. Whenever somebody is coming on the TV to make a statement, like for example, our acting Dr. Charles, why somebody or somewhere cannot ask him questions? He come and make a point that we have 3 variants. He also said that he named the ages of the people, and one was vaccinated. Now, he didn't say which one was vaccinated, and he didn't say, but he said 2 have already been cleared. They said that the test had to go to CAFA. Where is CAFA? I don't know where is CAFA, and a lot of people, I guess, don't know. So, for example, when you make a brilliant statement or broad statement, the majority of people in Grenada don't understand that. And somebody, somewhere, when he making those steps, should ask him questions, or he should give information. He's just making a broad statement. And if, for example, this variant is so contagious, and we just had 2 confirmed cases, they already been cleared. So how long they've been tested for this variant? And those are the information where they come and make a big, bold, broad statement and forget what they said a couple of weeks ago or other weeks ago. A gentleman just mentioned about the amount of vaccine we get. I believe we already got some from England. Why are we getting so much vaccine when people in Grenada is not taking the vaccine? This vaccine shouldn't stay to Grenada to expire. And another thing is the test. Where did we test? I called you before to ask, where did we get our test kits from? How long the test kits been here? Have they been expired? For example, all reports that have been coming out from India since last year about the test kits, the test kits are not even 50% safe. Not even 50%. And what is the result of those tests, and who is doing those tests? Who is taking those tests? That's my point I want to make. We should ask those questions.
Thank you, caller. All right, thank you, caller. All right, let me see. Sometimes when statements are made, they sometimes send out a news release. When the information on the Delta variants, the 3 cases of the Delta variants came out, it was a news release from the GIS. So reporters then need to find, for lack of a better word, somebody, a talking head, somebody who can speak to it and further explain. It is not always a successful attempt to get somebody to respond. Either they're not answering the phone, they're not available, or they tell you refer to the news release. I have nothing more to add. I'm not talking specifically about the Delta cases and Dr. Charles. I'm just telling you generally that's what takes place. I can, however, say that the Ministry of Health has been, specifically the Minister of Health, Nicholas Steele, he has been very accommodating and accommodative when contacted for comments on various issues related, of course, to COVID-19. If he doesn't answer the phone, he would call you back right away. And he is, I could say this with no apology, he's one of very few, maybe 1 or 2 government ministers who would return phone calls. No exaggeration. They don't usually call you back, even if you leave messages on their desk. But Minister Steele, however, returns calls. So I can tell you that much. So sometimes it's not always for lack of an effort. It's lack of positive response on the other end of the spectrum in relation to the questions that reporters would call and ask about or inquire about. Either I can't find them or they just don't want to speak for whatever reason. CAFA is located in Trinidad and Tobago. That has been said in various interviews and programs, and so even from last year when they started talking about sending tests. Before we were able to test locally, they were sending tests to CAFA in Trinidad and Tobago. That has been said on numerous occasions. You probably missed it, caller. The test kits, I can't recall where the test kits came from. They were donated by some organizations / governments. I just cannot remember specifically which ones. I'm trying to recall all the questions you asked callers to see how I can answer them in relation to the 3 cases of the Delta variant. And I've seen this comment, so let me say it. I've seen the comment on social media since the release came out that how come only 1 of the 3 was vaccinated? I thought they said only vaccinated people can come into the island, and who fooling who and who lying for who. The regulation that only vaccinated people will be allowed into Grenada came into effect on July 31st. The 3 cases that were identified came into the island prior to that, because according to the news release, their samples were collected July 25th or 6th. So that was prior to the regulation that you must be fully vaccinated to enter the island. I've seen that comment before, and I'm hopefully some of you that has answered that question that you had. I can't remember what else the caller said. I was trying to write them down, but I didn't get them all. So hopefully I answered some of your concerns, caller, and let's see what happens today in relation to getting some more information from our health officials. All right, let me read some social media comments. Let me go to nothing on YouTube, so let me see what's on Facebook. All right, somebody on Facebook says, The opposition team is a team that's planning to join the NDC team, just saying. So Mr. Clement is the one joining the NDC. Another Facebooker says, why did Mr. Bernard go to the Ministry of Health before coming on the radio and talking about responsibility? That is panic in the land. Still on Facebook, maybe, just maybe, in response to the comment about Mr. Bernard, maybe he thinks he might reach ears faster from this platform and might cause a faster reaction from said officials versus calling on the phone. Just a thought. Thank you, Michael. All right, let me go to the WhatsApp now. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I am fully aware of the caliber of the NNP followers. So when Dr. Mitchell, Mr. Bowen and Minister Joseph speak, they know exactly to whom they are addressing. Debushing is a top job in the country. We have hundreds of graduates this year alone waiting more debushing. You have to be educated to debush. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, teacher.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
I'm just taking it easy.
All right, take it easy.
I admire your work, Miss Darling. I admire.
Thank you very much, caller.
You're a teacher now.
Thank you.
You're a professional teacher.
I try.
You understand me?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I listen to you carefully. I always remember you and Brenda Batiste.
Right, yes.
And the good tell us what come on good to and Charles.
Yes, we were here to help and share information as best as we can.
Yes, it all takes all the time.
Thank you very much.
You understand? The only thing some will tell them is to teach them with disrespect.
Right.
Then you see you cut off when they're gone, I cut off too, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't listen to when all the thing and I can understand.
Thank you.
When bingo and thing, that announcement. Even as I go and meet land.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you all have good patrons. You, Brenda, and Celeste and Charles, you all doing very, very, very well.
Thank you. Appreciate.
Okay.
Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend.
And continue.
Thank you.
Right.
All right.
For that weekend.
You too. Thank you very much, caller. Let me go by WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, they said we have to be fit. Some Grenadians only exercise carnival. That's one reason we are so healthy. Carnival. Another WhatsApper says, Mr. Bernard, you should recall the Minister of Health statement said when he said COVID will have its day. So if people are being permitted to enter into the community without being tested, can we say that it was a deliberate act to fulfill Minister Steele's desire? God have mercy on us. Okay. Not everything has a sinister plan. I keep saying it. Let me go back by Facebook. WhatsApp. WhatsApp, don't freeze on me now. Don't freeze on me now, WhatsApp. Let me go to the landline while I try to unfreeze WhatsApp. Good morning, caller.
Good morning again.
Morning. 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute. You take up half of the minute already, you know. Anyhow, no, I always look at people accepting people's statement, which could be either a fact or not facts. And it depends what you accept and your level. I wanted to say education. Your level of education, you may accept anything, not putting it, not analyzing what has been said. And people may say, hey, Blossom is a nice girl. Blossom is an educated girl. It depends on the level of education. I just use you as an example. Not that you not. I consider you to be very educated. Now, I look at life differently. Different people would understand things. It depends on their level. And I might be saying something here now, and a lot of people are criticizing me. But I don't think about them. I think about the truth, the facts, the points. Points are established facts. Not assuming that a point is a point.
Okay.
Facts are facts. And the only thing that are points are things that are established. You're likely to be I wanted to say, a grown-up lady.
Okay.
I could only assume you're a lady.
All right.
Read between the lines.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you for that. Computer, work with me here. Let me go back by the landline in the meantime. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you very much.
No problem.
I want to say to you, the caller before this last one, or even this one too, don't let these things get too much up in your head. It's not everybody who appreciates the style. And I can tell you, last carnival I had a problem with you because you advocated that Jab should play.
Who, me?
That program.
Lies.
You know, it's like, I don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
This year,
Sorry, caller. Sorry, I'm hearing an echo. So turn down, what is it, the TV or the radio?
That's all. Yeah, well, you know, the fact is, try and get straight. You're not satisfying everybody. I know no one man could satisfy everybody.
But I am aware of that, caller. I'm very much aware of that. So no need to tell me because I'm aware. Thank you very much, caller. I am aware that not everyone, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm very fine with that. That's why there's a thing called options. And different channels and different radio stations. I'm very much aware of that, caller. So thank you very much for pointing out what I am aware of. All right, let me go back by Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says the test kit is donated, but Grenada is charging $150 US for the test. All right, let me go by. Let me stay on Facebook. Somebody else on Facebook says, why Mr. Clement didn't go to the TGM where he will best fit with the rest of ex-NNP and ex-NDC, the party of X's. Good morning, caller.
Blossom, I want you to help us, those people who use the public transportation, to help save our lives. Now that there's talk about increasing the bus fare, maybe along with it, they could employ the system of COVID protocol is employed in Barbados, where the buses are sanitized once they reach in the landing station, or that people who go enter in the bus always have masks, always sanitized, and so on. So that those of us who need to move about, it's not at the mercy of people who are not as responsible, especially after this carnival-like activity. We are in danger. Those of us who are forced to use the public transport. But can you help us? Can you plead to those who could do something about it? Because my friends in Barbados think that we are crazy here compared to what they're doing over there. Trust me. Please help us.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'll see what I can do. I'm hoping that, the weeks that we've been preaching and encouraging to follow the protocols, I was hoping that it would not fall on deaf ears and more people would listen to. But they say when you encourage wrongdoing, it will prevail. Just yesterday, I saw a post on social media of somebody witnessing a bus leaving the bus terminal and no one was wearing a mask. Passengers, bus cram, full to the brim. Passengers, neither driver or conductor were wearing masks. And it just shows that it's not always the authorities' fault because we don't do what we should be doing. I don't know why everybody should be behind you with a stick and a whip like Massa when you could just follow the protocols. Even if I'm the only one in the bus with a mask, I'm wearing it still. The final call of the program. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning.
You like a fresh cup of rosemary, lemongrass, salsa, please. Tea for me in the morning. I thank you. And I want to say a heartfelt thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of our Olympians, all of those who have prepared them so they can go on this big stage and represent red, yellow, green, 473 at the highest honor of their game. We say thank you. We love you. For those who didn't medal, you're still young. The whole life is ahead of you. Keep striving for the top. To Kirani, we say thank you and continue to do what you do best. We love you. Continue to work on your health and getting better. We look forward to your homecoming. I'm very sorry for those who do not like it, but a little mass will play again. Thank you, Blossom. Have a blessed weekend. God bless everyone.
Thank you very much, caller. You enjoy your weekend as well. I hope the caller heard is not me that say mass will play again, because they keep trying to blame me for the revelers, and I had nothing to do with it. I just be inside Classic FM trying to mind my own business. Poor innocent Blossom. All right, it's time for us to end the program here. WhatsAppers, I've been trying to restart the app because it froze on me and it's still frozen. I was trying to restart the app so I can read some more of your comments, but it's not cooperating with me. The app is not functioning as it should. So my apologies to the WhatsAppers. Hopefully we can get it rectified over the weekend and bright and early Monday morning. You will not give me this problem. WhatsApp, you're stressing me out. All right, this is where we would end the program. I agree, as one Facebooker says, yes, the computer freeze on my mic. As one person says, nice way to end the program. Great weekend, everyone. Yes, that was a nice way to end, praising our Olympians. They represented Grenada well. They have returned to their various home base as they've completed their tenure in Japan. Hopefully we can bring them together and we can celebrate them with COVID-19 protocols in full effect, of course, and we can celebrate them and really show them how appreciative we are for what they do, how they represent Grenada regionally and internationally. So that would bring us to the end of the open line here on To The Point. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have yourselves a safe and enjoyable weekend. Remember the motto, don't drink and drive, don't drive and drink, don't text and drive, don't drive and text, don't walk or drive and litter. Enjoy, everybody, and be safe. I'll be back Monday morning, God willing. Joseph is up next with Mid-Morning Buzz. Bye-bye.